Hey, what's up everyone? It is Thais here. So I know that we are in self-isolation mode right now, stuck at home. So I'm going to be showing you guys how to get cute and do your own pedicure at home, as well as how to do your own gel nails at home as well. Okay, so I will be starting with my pedicure first. So it's been about a month since I did my last pedicure, so my nails are looking a bit crusty now and it's time to get them cute. So I'm starting off by removing that old nail polish with some nail polish remover on a cotton round. And to make it easier to lift your nail polish, you want to apply pressure to that cotton round. Hold it there for about 10 seconds before you start to rub, and it'll come off a whole lot easier. So I'm just removing that nail polish. So I usually do my pedicures every 2 weeks, but I got a bit lazy and I went past the 2-week mark. So yeah, we are here. At least I'm getting it done now. So this will be a tutorial on how to do your own pedicure at home. I know that you guys are at home, maybe you're used to going to the salon, so I am here to give you all the deets and all the tricks so that you can get your feet cute while we are in self-isolation. Okay, so all of that nail polish is removed and now it's time to clip my nails. So I don't know why I clip my nails at this point this day. I think I was a bit distracted by filming this video, but I usually clip my nails after I soak my feet. But for some reason, I did this, but we are here. So I'm just taking a toenail clipper and I clip a little bit of that nail. I don't go down too far because I am going to file and shape that nail. So you don't want to clip off too much of that nail. You still want a bit to be on there so that you can have something to work with when it's time to file your nails and shape it. After clipping both feet, this is how my feet look. So now it's time to apply my Cuticle Softener. So this is going to soften up that cuticle and all of the dead skin around that nail so that when I soak my feet, my cuticle and everything can be easier to work with, and I can easily remove all of the dead skin and lift those cuticles. And now it's time to soak my feet. So I usually use some warm water in a regular basin. You can use a foot tub or a fancy pedicure tub if you wish, but I find that it still gets the job done. The only difference is it doesn't massage. So I'm using some Dr. Teal's to soften my feet and to just soothe it. And then I apply a bit of peppermint oil to that water, just a few drops, not too much because you don't want your feet on fire. You just want a little cooling sensation. It's just more like aromatherapy, and it also adds a nice cool tingly sensation to my feet. So it's more for relaxing the feet, and peppermint is known to also clean the feet of fungus and all of that stuff that can build up around your toe area or cause bad foot odor. So after my feet has been soaked for about 15 minutes, I am taking a wooden disposable cuticle pusher and I am just going around that nail bed where the buildup of dead skin appears. So I'm going under that nail bed as well to release all of that dead skin and loose cuticle from under there. And when you do this, this just prevents your nail from looking ashy, and it prevents all of that buildup of dead skin from poking out when you apply your nail polish. So I would definitely leave a list of everything I'm using in this video. I bought everything over time from so many different stores. Some things I forgot where I got them because I've had them for a while. So I would definitely list them out so that you can follow along and see what you can use for your pedicures at home. So after removing all of that dead skin, I just dipped my feet back into that water to clean it off, and now it's time to work on softening my heels. So I am taking a pumice rock. So there are single pumice rocks out there, but this one is on a spin brush machine, and it makes it a lot more easier to really get rid of all of the dead skin that built up on my heels and everything. I find that it's very, very easier to use. So I have been loving this for the past year to remove all of that dead skin. So you don't really have to apply much pressure when you're using it. You just gently rub it over the feet, and you will see that the dead skin will just begin to lift on its own. Okay, so this is usually the time where I clip and file my nails, but since I already clipped my nails earlier, now it's time to use a file. So I'm using a hard file on my toes because they're a bit more coarse than my fingernails, and I'm just going back and forth with that file to get the desired shape and length that I like. So I like more of a square shape for my toes, so I'm making sure that I hold that file in a straight motion, and also file a little bit around the corners. So after my feet is softened with that pumice rock, I'm going in to soften it even more with a regular sugar scrub. So I just take a little bit of that sugar scrub on my hands, and I rub it on my heels especially, and all over my feet, the tops of my feet, in a circular motion just to soften it. And this sugar scrub is really, really moisturizing. I really love it. I've been using it for a few months now. It's very oily. It leaves my skin so soft and vibrant. I just love the performance of the sugar scrub. So now that my feet is nice and clean and soft, it's time to nourish my toes and my skin. So for my nails, I'm using some organic jojoba oil on them. So this just adds the necessary nutrients and vitamins to the nail so that they can continue to grow and strong and be nice and healthy. Since they've been covered up with nail polish for the past month, I just like to make sure that I nourish them for a few days before I apply nail polish. So to moisturize the rest of my feet and to lock in all of that moisture, I'm just taking a whip body butter. So this contains shea butter and coconut butter and a few other oils, and this just softens my heels and makes sure that it is deeply hydrated and nourished. So after a few days of treating my nails to jojoba oil, now I am ready to paint them. So I am taking some regular rubbing alcohol to apply to my nail bed just to remove all of the oils from my nails. So this is going to help the nail polish to stick to the nail properly. So for this week, I'm going back in with the same color, the China Glaze. I'm going to leave the name of the color. I forgot the name of the color. But I'm using the China Glaze. This nail polish is okay. I've been using it for about 2 months now. It's fine. So to start polishing my nails, I am making sure that I do thin layers. So make sure that you remove as much of that nail polish from the brush as possible. And you want to go in slow, steady strokes starting in the middle of that nail, and then you do the sides. So this is key for getting a nice smooth even layer of polish on that nail without messing up. So I'm just repeating that same process, the middle stroke, then you go on the side, and then you do the other side. So this is key, and this nail polish is very opaque, so it's gonna take a couple of layers to really build up the color. So this is a buildable color. As you can see, it looks very, very sheer, but after like the third coat, you are going to get that deep, rich blue. So make sure that your layers are nice and thin and you do not have too much nail polish on that brush. So I let my nails sit for about 10 minutes before I follow up with another layer. So this is actually the third and final layer of nail polish, and as you can see, the color is there now, and I'm just repeating that same process. Make sure that I start in the middle and then go on the sides. So if you see any mistakes that you made on that skin, you can just dip your wooden cuticle pusher into some nail polish remover and just gently remove it from that skin. But I usually find that any nail polish that gets on the skin around that nail usually falls off when I take a shower after like 2 days. So it's not really a big deal to make it super perfect because it's only going to come off. So now it's time to apply the top coat. So this is the Sally Hansen. For that top coat, I don't really stick to the same formula of using a thin layer of polish. I usually glob on a lot of that top coat to make sure that it is nice and shiny. And the top coat just locks the color into place and it helps the nail polish to last longer. Because this is a regular lacquer nail polish, this nail polish takes a very long time to dry in the house. So you're looking at anywhere from about 6 to 8 hours to truly be dry, where you can really touch it and not worrying about it smudging. If you can go outside in the sun and it'll speed up the process of it drying. So to do my fingernails, I'm starting off by filing my fingers to a specific shape that I like. So I do like to leave a lot of length on my fingernails, so I'm not going to clip my fingernails. So I'm just focusing on shaping it. So I'm using a really soft file that is designed for fingernails so that I do not file off too much. And I usually go for a rounded shape, if that's what it called, I think. Is it coffin? There's coffin, square. I think square. Yeah, I go for a square rounded shape. So I go straight across that nail and then I lightly file the sides, but not too much to form it into a coffin. After filing that nail, this is very important when you are using gel polish. You want to buffer down that top shine of the nail bed until it is matte. So this is a buffer block that I got from the beauty supply store. So just gently do this. You don't have to do it too much. You just want to stop once that nail turns matte. So right here you can see the difference between the buffered nail and the unbuffered nail. One is matte and one has a nice shine to it. So after buffing both of my nails, I'm just taking some rubbing alcohol just to dehydrate that nails. Make sure that it is free of all oils so that my gel polish can stick to the nail. if you do not dehydrate your nails, then the polish is going to lift very easily and it won't last as long. And I forgot where I put my cuticle pusher. I don't know where it's at, as I said. So now I'm just pushing back my cuticles. I'm just using my fingers. I totally forgot I didn't have one to do this, but fingernails will work just as great. So for my gel polish, I'm using a gel base coat. So you want to make sure that everything is gel base when you are doing gel nails. And the same thing apply when you are doing gel nails. Make sure that each layer is thin as possible. So this is going to allow you to come out with a much more smoother nail look, and it won't be as bumpy and lumpy. So you're taking that polish, starting in the middle with the first stroke, and then you do the side stroke, and then you do the other side stroke. So this is how the polish look after applying that base coat. And now it's time to cure that gel polish. So gel polish will not dry without a UV lamp. So you want to cure it under a lamp for about 30 seconds. And this is how both of my nails look after curing both of them. So now it's time to add color. So this week I wanted to make my nails and my toes match. So I'm using this blue color, and I just rub that polish in between my palms so that it do not create bubbles. So do not shake your gel polish. So to polish my nails, I'm starting with a thin layer of polish, and I start in the middle, do the middle stroke first, and then I do the side strokes, and then I do the other side strokes. So make sure that your layers is as thin as possible so that your nail polish can come out very, very smooth as well. So I did about 3 layers to really build up the color, and in between each layer of polish, I cured it under the UV lamp for about 30 seconds. So now moving on to the top coat, and for the top coat, I'm just following that same thing. Make sure that I apply it. And the only difference with the top coat, I am curing the top coat for about 60 seconds to make sure that it locks in that gel and really, really adds the shine. So this is the final result of my gel nails and pedicure routine. So if you are wondering, the difference between gel and regular nail polish is that gel nails last longer. They also give a much more shinier and professional look at home, but it can be more damaging to the nails, so make sure that you don't do it too much. But thank you all so much for watching this routine. I hope that you try it at home. Definitely subscribe and give this video a rating.